Welcome to EF Pod English. Brought to you by EF Education First and English Town. Learn anytime, anywhere. Pod English Pre-Intermediate 34. Climate Change.
This is KAA-TV, Your Eyes in the Skies. Coming to you from Antarctica, this is Joshua Travelman on Special Report.
In today's lesson, we're going to learn vocabulary such as global warming, pollution, and natural resources. The grammar we're going to learn about today is the first conditional. We'll learn about when and how to use this.
Global warming. Our climate is changing. As you can see here, we just discovered that palm trees are growing in Antarctica.
Let's watch the movie now.
Yesterday in your lecture, Professor, you mentioned global warming. What exactly did you mean by that?
I meant the process which is causing the temperature of this planet to rise and the climate to change.
But what actually causes this global warming?
Pollution, the burning of natural resources such as coal and oil. When we burn enough of them, the gases they release warm the earth.
What will happen if global warming continues into the future?
If the temperature continues to rise, the polar ice will melt. Then if the ice melts, the sea levels will rise. If the sea levels rise, the climate will change.
What will the result of all that be?
If the climate changes, there will be floods in some areas, and not enough rain will fall in others. This will have a serious effect on agriculture.
Do you think we will be able to slow global warming?
I think we probably will, if we use cleaner sources of energy, such as solar power. It's clean and almost unlimited.
Are governments going to do anything about the problem?
I've read that they're going to reduce the number of cars and introduce cleaner fuels because cars are big polluters. They are also going to close old and dirty factories and produce electricity in a cleaner way.
Wow, there were a lot of big words to learn from this video. I'm going to choose some words and explain them to you using examples. The lesson is about global warming, so let's begin by explaining what global warming is. When the Earth heats up, the climate changes. This is called global warming. So what causes the Earth to heat up? Let's listen to the professor again.
Pollution, the burning of natural resources such as coal and oil. When we burn enough of them, the gases they release warm the earth.
Pollution is when damage is caused to the environment or nature. Often this is because of garbage. Let's look at the next phrase, natural resources. Natural resources are materials in nature that we use, like coal or gas. Well, we know global warming causes the Earth to heat up, so what happens then?
If the temperature continues to rise, the polar ice will melt.
If the temperature continues to rise, the polar ice will melt. This sentence is the first conditional. We use the first conditional when something is likely to happen. Let's see another example of the first conditional from the movie.
If the climate changes, there will be floods in some areas.
If the climate changes, there will be floods in some areas. What tense is the verb which is in the if part of the sentence? If the climate changes, changes. The verb that is in the if part of the sentence is in the present tense. The first conditional is if followed by a verb in the present tense. And in the main clause, we use the future simple tense. There will be floods in some areas.
If the polar ice caps continue to melt, this will cause major flooding everywhere in the world.
Make this into a sentence using the first conditional. Remember to start your sentence with if. If the climate changes, there will be floods in some areas. Now fill in the gaps. If you drive fast, you will get there quickly. Can you fill in the gaps in this sentence? When we burn natural resources like coal and gas, the Earth heats up. Well done. Let's see what we have learnt. We have learnt some useful vocabulary like global warming, pollution, and natural resources. We've also learnt about when to use and how to do the first conditional, like, if the climate changes, there will be floods. Bye for now.
This is Joshua Travelman from Antarctica. It's getting hot in here.